right, guys, welcome back to episode 56 of the Hops and Bops podcast. I am Tom.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And today we have Red Harvest from Bloodsimple, a 2007 release, and we have Islander from Offshore Ale Company, right? This
Martha's
is from
Vineyard.
Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, so back
crack
in
it open.
August, took a little trip to Martha's Vineyard.
Mm-hmm.
Not much to do there when you're not some like rich socialite or something, but
You mean you didn't pop your collar or wear your sweater around the
I
neck?
didn't get a chance to hang with the Kennedys,
No.
but
Didn't rub some bows.
Real quick, though, before the episode starts, I want to give a quick shout-out to our sponsor for today's episode. It's
Sponsor?
I know, right? It's Oh Baby Lactation Care and Consulting. Are you or your partner nursing pregnant or are planning to become pregnant and need some advice from some experts? Well, Oh Baby Lactation is here to help. Personalized for you and your new family, education, expertise, and evidence-based breastfeeding support for all stages. Go schedule an appointment today by going to ohbabylactation.com or send an email to ohbabylactation@gmail.com. And
Beauties and rare.
It's out for the boys.
you never know. You never know.
You never know.
Our large female audience listening, or if you got a wife or someone on the side,
Yeah.
need some help.
Nothing says music and beer quite like Oh Baby Lactation.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you for them for sponsoring, and
Yes.
then let's get back into it.
Go check them out.
Hey, listen, it was a cool place to visit. I've been there once.
Thank you, sir.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I think honestly the most fun I had was at this brewery. Their food was delicious. Offshore Ale Company. Their food was great.
Okay.
I got a flight.
I was going to ask what you had to eat.
Yup. So I want to say like a chicken bacon sandwich.
Ooh.
Dude, it was so good.
Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah. So we did that, and then this was my favorite of the beers I had in the flight.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually got a pint of it, and then they had it in a 4-pack. So I decided it was not only worth bringing home to beverage on, but bringing home to also share with the podcast.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So a nice double IPA.
It's been
It
a
is a
while
double,
since we had
yes.
a double IPA.
Cheers. Cheers.
Very
Cheers.
good. Ooh.
It's
Okay.
not super like extra hoppy. It doesn't have too much of that boozy flavor.
That's real tasty. Okay.
We're in poor lighting right now, and we're getting old apparently.
I will say the can design is not very
Very hard to
No.
read.
good.
They need some can design help.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they're limited on Martha's Vineyard. 8%, 90 IBU.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what is it called again?
Islander.
Islander.
I'm gonna pull it up.
It is. It's. I like it. I thought it had very good
Islander
flavor.
double.
It's not a very overpowering double IPA.
No, not really. I'm not really getting much from it though either. Like it's pretty straightforward in what it is. Like
Yeah.
it's not trying to be anything super fancy.
No. It's just like a good. Like you would never guess this is 8%.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you get that boozy taste or too
Yeah.
bitter,
Right.
and sometimes it's hard to like finish.
Yeah.
This is pretty smooth, and again, I had a flight. I'm usually pretty when I do a flight, like I'm very methodical about how I drink my beers,
Mhm.
like the order in which we go.
Mm-hmm.
Even me and Trevor one time we were in Vermont, and we went to I forget what the brewery was called, and we got the paddle. So it was every one of their beers.
Oh yeah.
So what we did was we went 50-50 on all the little tasters.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when we had a whole paddle, and we were extremely methodic about like which we were going to, not to like hit the doubles and then have to drink over them. And
Right.
Yeah.
So, but no matter what I drank, if I had this one and it was like instant, I was like, this is the one I like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
for
I
sure.
definitely wanted to bring it to share.
Yeah. I like it. So I was looking up on Untapped. Approachable in style for a double IPA with flavors of ruby red grapefruit and rounding malt characters.
You
Can't
can taste the malt a little bit. Not
definitely
so
the
much
malt.
grapefruit.
Not getting
Yeah.
grapefruit. Yeah.
Did not get much grapefruit at
Subtle,
all.
I guess.
Yep. I'm having trouble finding what hops are used
Okay.
in this. Their website, like you tap on the beer and
Oh,
it doesn't
nice.
do anything. No,
Oh.
yeah. Like they
That's
list all their beer. I can't like it doesn't have like a write up.
God.
Oh, I lied.
Oh, it's tiny.
Oh.
Okay. 8.2 90, yeah. Crisp and focused with a deep copper color, bold
Yep.
hop bitterness, and citrus hop aromas.
Okay.
Still don't know what hops are used.
No.
but that's
No.
okay. I think we get
one
the
step
picture.
closer to getting there.
Yes.
I don't think you ever will.
Cheers to research.
Research.
If you will.
Yes.
Indubitably.
And then I also brought a kind of a throwback album, 2007,
Yeah.
a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
Came across this album a long time ago by accident. It was
Okay.
one of those, like, I was playing a playlist or I was playing a station and it just did like similar songs.
Okay.
And somehow I came across the opening track, Ride With Me.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who don't know, I'm a huge Jim Morrison fan.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as it doesn't seem fitting, I'm a big Doors fan.
Mm-hmm. You
And-
are. I'm
yeah.
surprised we haven't done a Doors album.
I know. We
Mhm.
just haven't. I haven't gone that route yet. but
Same with
maybe
me and
that's-
Zeppelin.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll get there.
Yeah.
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 But I thought it was so cool how this album just opens with like their own metal / sample of the end, the Doors lyrics in there and everything. Like just
Okay.
kind of was like, I didn't see it coming, and I heard it, and I was like, wow, that was
I
really
never
cool.
picked up on that. That's pretty
Yeah, that whole middle section before the Ride With Me is all, it's the end by the Doors.
cool. Okay.
It's all their lyrics.
Like the beginning part?
yeah,
That he's talking?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
all that's Jim Morrison.
Oh, okay.
Which is just, and I love that little guitar riff at the beginning. It's very floaty, like the Doors would
Yep.
be.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my first introduction to these guys. I didn't know who the hell they were.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, the singer is from a band called Vision of Disorder,
Okay.
which in like the early 2000s was like a metal band. And I actually had heard of them before. I love this guy's voice.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I think he's got a really, really like catchy, good metal scream.
Mm-hmm.
And it fits, as they kind of put it, it's called groove metal. It's not quite as like just
Okay.
heavy and slamming as
Right.
it is like it still rocks. I don't know. I just something about the combination of these guys. I really just like the sound they put out.
Mhm.
And they only put out 2 albums.
Yeah, this is their last album.
Yeah, they had one 2 years earlier, and apparently,
Cruel World.
they say that they're associated with Mudvayne because oh my bad.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't mad. I'm like, okay, cool. So I was on the right track.
Yes, I guess Chad Gray has something to do with Warner Brothers and Bully Goat Records.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Um,
signed to Warner Brothers for a
and
while.
he was partially founded. Who found that?
I got heavy Mudvayne vibes,
Yeah.
especially vocally. And I don't know a lot of Mudvayne,
I love Mudvayne.
Yeah.
but yeah,
but from what I do
Yes.
and have heard,
very Chad Gray-esque scream,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is maybe what kind of drilled me because I love Mudvayne. I've seen him live, like hell yeah, I've seen 2 or 3 times.
Mhm.
Okay.
Chad Gray's awesome.
I'm gonna be honest. I did not like this album.
Oh,
Not at all.
doesn't surprise me. Though.
No. This is not up my alley. The slightest. I thought the lyrics were very cringy. It sounded like a Red State Rock Revival festival sound for me. I don't know. His screams were a little too, not like guttural, but like it just, I don't know. It just wasn't my kind of
Throaty, I
style.
guess, or-
Mhm.
A
yeah.
little throaty. The production kind of varied a lot differently from track to track.
Mhm.
There were some okay tracks I did like, but I don't know. They just sounded like they wanted to be like Avenged Sevenfold so badly, and they couldn't really get it.
Yeah.
So,
I kind of find myself maybe in the middle of
Yeah.
you two. I do agree somewhat with the vocals. I'm not a huge fan of his voice. I like parts of it, but some of his screaming does kind of come off as like amateurish,
Okay.
which is why like Mudvayne is here,
Oh yeah.
tops, and then they're kind of like trying to achieve that. But what I did like was what I usually like is a lot of the instrumentals. I thought a lot of these songs were nice, aggressive rock songs that I really haven't like listened to in a while.
Yeah.
That mid 2000s era was just churning that kind of music out. Some was great, some was not. And this just had a lot of like that aggressive rock
Yep.
song that I have been missing out on for a while. I'd never heard of these guys before, so
Yeah, I mean, like I
Listen.
said, there's not a ton to them. You got this album and one other before it, and this is the one I tend to listen to. So again, yeah, you got that opener, Ride
Yep.
With Me,
I wanna fuck you.
I couldn't stand that.
but that's from the song. That's the end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
In the end, he says, "Mother, I want to," and then it blanks out. It's supposed to be "fuck you,"
Yeah.
but back in the '60s, you
Couldn't
could
do
do
it.
that.
So they did it.
So they did it, but
Yeah.
that was the lyrics to the song. Is
Okay.
"Mother, I want to fuck you." Father, I want to. Yeah, he wants to kill his father and
Yeah.
fuck his mother. Like that's
Very Oedipus.
the song he was writing.
Yeah, that's
Well, he's a
Yeah.
fucked up. He was fucked up. What
Yeah.
are you gonna do? about
Yeah.
it?
right.
So those are actual lyrics from "The End" by the Doors.
Cool. Okay.
Mhm.
Nice little.
Which I
tidbit.
think is
didn't
why
know.
maybe for me, I can see where you're coming from. It's like kind of corny, like what
Yeah.
are you doing?
Right.
But they're literally from,
There is meaning.
you know,
Yeah,
there,
there is
there's
a
a meaning
purpose.
behind it. And me being the big Doors fan I am, like he stuck to,
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
I just liked it.
Makes
So,
sense.
I get it. And I love the end there. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Like they just change it up at the end.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
nowhere else in the songs that come in, it just hits different.
Right.
So
Really
I
nice.
thought it was a great opener. And then you have Red Harvest. Red Harvest comes in, and it's almost like a live.
Yeah, that's how
That
I
was
get
one of
that
my
feeling.
favorite things. How like this next song is called
Like
Red Heart. You know,
here
these
I
things that-
here I am right now, literally seeing myself in the pit. Like
Yeah.
people just going fucking nuts now,
Yeah.
and it just starts so aggressive.
Yeah. I like this song because of the perspective kind of thing. I thought that
And,
was
and
pretty
again,
cool.
it's recorded like a tracked recording, but it just
Yeah.
has a live element to it.
Yep. For sure. Yeah.
I don't think his vocals on the verses are that great. Like they're okay.
Mhm.
I think this is one of the ones where he doesn't quite scream the vocals in the choruses,
Yeah.
verses as well.
Mhm.
I thought his vocals were better on this one than the
Yeah.
opener.
Yeah. I will say I think this track is a little bit better than the opener.
Yeah.
It just sounds a bit more like full sounding. Like
Mhm.
everyone's kind of involved a bit more, and it does sound a bit like that. But again, the lyrics are pretty corny. Killing begets more killing. The bloodlust begins, and it's like this
I mean,
premonition is.
Yeah, I guess at that time,
Yeah.
and those were the types of lyrics you had
Yeah.
in the mid 2000s. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was just
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't the focus.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so
It was
Yeah.
more
I-
about the sound of it, the growling,
Yeah.
but like musically, the
Mhm.
aggressive. I mean,
Mhm.
this song's right in your
he's
face.
riding on the bell
Yeah,
there,
the bell at the
which is pretty cool.
second
Like,
verse there. I like
Yep.
that a lot. Yeah, I enjoyed this. It was a good title track.
and man, are they consistent? This song 347, the next song 347, 2 songs later 347.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Shit.
Look at that.
357 in between.
Yeah.
There. I mean, they were
They knew.
just
Yep.
47, 57.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see like single breakdown and stuff.
no singles.
No singles. It's
Yeah,
just
I
is
saw
what
that.
it is. All right.
No
so
singles.
Everything is fair game.
Yep.
Yeah. And it is their biggest album. I mean, it's the only one that has tracks with 1 million plays on it.
Yeah.
So,
Then you had that breakdown in this song. I wasn't
Yep.
a huge fan
Didn't
of that.
like that.
I thought the vocals were pretty bad with that.
Yep.
He like drags them out almost like he's like fucking stoned or
Yeah.
something. Like I don't know. Just wasn't not his.
It was like they're trying to be like Alice in Chains or something
Almost,
like that.
yeah.
You know.
yeah.
just didn't
yeah.
work.
I didn't need that.
No, it didn't. It didn't do anything for the song.
No. And then now they're trying to come back
Yeah.
up.
I wasn't a huge fan of the ending either. We
Yeah.
just kept saying, take it, feel it, you freak.
Yeah. The next song's got a cool little intro. I like how it builds.
Yeah.
And
Dark
then
Helmet.
The militant
Yeah.
kind of snare. Yeah.
um,
Almost had like a system kind of
yeah.
opening.
It was weird for me because it was in the same key as the last track, so it just felt very similar to Red Harvest.
Mm.
Okay.
Would have never guessed. I don't know key. I don't know. for
Yeah.
sure.
Well,
Yeah.
if you play them, they start with the same note.
Yeah,
okay.
Da-da-da-da. But yeah,
I like the bass guitar in this song. It really
Yeah.
cuts through.
The one thing I will say, we're 3 songs in, and each song's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same genre, same overall sound, but different.
Mhm.
You know.
Right.
I thought the chorus on this one was good.
Yeah.
And life is a day show.
Mhm. There's a lot of
Little guitar
differences in the production.
Mhm.
I feel like It's like mixed differently for each track for me.
Okay.
Maybe that's just my producer brain thinking, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not as cohesive as I thought it was going to be, which can work for it and against it in some ways.
Yeah.
But I could see why you like this song. I'm just not super into it.
Yeah, this was, again, I also listened to this, and I could see, like, the live show. Like,
Yeah.
Fair
being
enough.
at so many of these. Like, this song would just, people would be rock, like, this would
Right.
rock live.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I like that drum fill. That was
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good little drum fill.
So he's a studio drummer.
Okay,
Yeah, I saw that.
The guy, Will Hunt.
Yep.
I've heard of him
studio
before.
Hunter. Drummer.
Gonna get the studios.
And then they had a different touring drummer.
Will Hunt. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I see that. Okay. Will Hunt. Let's look this guy up here.
This is his
Evanescence.
brother's Mike.
What's up?
His brother is Mike.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Michael Hunt.
Yeah.
Evanescence, Dark New
Oh.
Day, Black Label,
No, really.
Crossfade,
Mm-hmm.
Crossfade.
touring member of Stained and Static X. Dude,
Okay.
Crossfade was like
They had like one song.
that.
Crossfade.
That they are like them in like Saliva. Like we talked about this
Saliva.
during the Nirvana. How dare me?
Oh.
The Nickelback episode.
Yeah.
Those bands are the reason why like rock got such a bad rap in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the drummer, they formed in 2002. They didn't put out an album until 2005.
Okay.
The guitarist and vocalist were from Vision of Disorder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Vision of Disorder was like a hardcore type of band in the early, like in the 90s. So they're showing 92 to 2002. So they were they got back together for a little bit. They were off of Roadrunner, which is like who Kill Switch and all that's off
Yep.
of. So I've heard of Vision of Disorder. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any of their big songs, but they had a couple that I remember as a kid. I was a little different than most of the kids who grew up listening to like Blink-182.
Right.
My uncle was a big metalhead, and this was the kind of stuff I was listening to in like middle school,
Mm-hmm.
which put things in a slightly different perspective for me.
Mm-hmm.
So like Vision of Disorder, I'm assuming both you guys haven't heard of, and
Nope.
I had, heard of some of their stuff. Moving on,
Yes.
Dead Man Walking, fucking love this song.
Badass song.
This is my favorite. Yeah.
Love this song.
That like kind of 45-second long
Yeah.
intro. It had like 3 different parts,
like-
and it just built nicely. Again, just a solid rock
Yeah.
song with
Yes.
that rock groove, and
Yep.
it built. Yeah.
It did. Everything came, even the chorus, like good vocals. Like I just thought this was one
Yeah.
song that just is a standout song on the album
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I like
And I love that. Yes.
the drum beat on the ands. I love that. Yeah. Yep. Well, it's in the chorus too. That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is a good song.
I thought his vocals fit very well all
Mm-hmm.
throughout this song.
Mhm.
Yep.
This song also appears in WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2009.
Okay.
Video game, which is like the
Yes.
only notable thing about them on their Wikipedia page.
This is true. It is.
Yeah.
I guess we can count this as maybe the single, and guess what? It's track 3.
Track 4.
Oh, damn! We're on track 4 already.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah,
Cruising
look at
through
that.
this
We
album.
are, yeah. All right.
Well, they're all 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
That is
47
true.
seconds.
That is
It's
true.
that 47 that really gets you.
No, this is just a solid,
I
like,
just
good
love
song.
that.
Yeah.
The body's burning.
Yeah.
I will say this song has the most like catchiness to it for me. This is the one that like
Yeah.
kind of gets stuck in my head a little bit more.
Great song.
See, now, the catchiness comes into play for me on the next song, Out to
Okay.
Get You. I don't know if I'm partial because of the solid,
guitar
like,
riff.
drum fill that begins
Yep.
it, but great guitar riff. But then there's like the B section of the intro.
To get you.
There,
Yeah,
I love that riff.
That riff's not bad too.
Yeah.
I'll give that credit as well.
This one sucked me right in. I'm a sucker for a good hook,
Yeah.
and then that like kind of palm muting
Yeah.
verse, and then it goes back to that riff.
Mhm.
Love it. Yeah, this is a great track. I really enjoyed this one.
I almost feel like, and maybe this is why I like it so much, if you don't overanalyze it,
Yeah.
it's a great rock album.
Yeah.
It's a good rock album.
Right.
But that's what the show
Someone
is.
chose to start this podcast and ruin fucking albums for us.
Tomas.
Y'all know
Like
it's
this
just
is
my
one of my
opinion.
like go-to workout albums. Like I just put this
Yeah.
on the background and it just fucking. There's never a down moment. Like you're just go go go.
There is a down moment.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
So
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of his like vocals on this. I think they're a bit kind of cheesy, but I will say that the riff is pretty solid.
Yeah.
It does get.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it
So,
some credit.
yeah, it's a good one. Little let's see, it is 3 minutes and 47 seconds.
Would you look at that?
But, yeah, good song, man.
Yeah. I wish they kind of brought that riff back in towards the end.
Yeah.
It kind of like got kind of messy towards the end, but I still like the song.
For a band too, that's kind of like I hate to say thrown together, but I mean, so the funny thing is the bassist on this is the current bassist for Hell Yeah.
Oh.
Yep,
Oh yeah,
so
it's still a thing.
Yes, even though
I wonder who the drummer is.
who was it? I
Not
forget.
Vinnie Paul anymore.
No, that's not possible.
Yeah. Unless we're
R.I.P.
unaware of some
Weekend
new
at Bernie's.
science.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at
We'll have to
Bernie's.
look that up, but they are still
Yeah.
a thing. I don't know if they're currently recording anything. Well, they just put out an album, then he died
Okay.
while that was in the process.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they're touring or not. But yeah. So obviously the band was pretty tight, but then they had the studio drummer.
Mm-hmm.
Guy fucking kills it.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're a tight band.
Yeah. The next song, "Suck It Up." I don't know. It was just okay for me.
Yeah. No,
Nothing really too
a metal
stand
song.
out. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought the
really
drummer was
kinda-
pretty good on this one.
Yeah,
He had
the-
some pretty good fills.
But the snare call and
Yeah.
response with
Yeah,
the double
yeah,
bass
yeah.
and the bells, that was really cool.
No.
Yeah.
I do like the.
I do like the riff though.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
It fits that groove metal as they kind of talk
sure.
about. Like it's got,
Makes total sense.
yeah, it's got a cool sound.
Yep. Groove metal. I like that.
I like that,
Groove
yeah.
metal.
So
Yeah, his vocals on this didn't really.
No,
Stick
this
for
is
me.
kind of not great vocals for me.
Yeah.
kind of have almost like a video game sound with that. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah. Yep. It is.
Power up.
Yeah, right. It is a very ready for video game album. Like,
They knew.
pick my
Yeah.
song for the soundtrack. You know, like.
Good guitar solo on that one. though.
Yeah. Yep.
So I
Kind of
that
came
song.
in like a Slash solo.
Yeah.
Yep. Now there's a song on here, on this album somewhere, that has kind of like a jazzy kind of breakdown for like 10 seconds.
It's the closer, I think.
Is it?
Or this?
I
Yeah.
should have wrote it down. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't find it. It's not this one.
Yeah.
No.
The next track, "Death from Above," it starts with like a plane crash or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of.
But again, just like a solid riff coming in though.
Oh, this is very like. I don't know if it's Avenged Sevenfold I'm thinking of, or if it's someone else, but it's very much like. Didn't really stand out too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was very, very simple in terms of that metal scene at the time.
Yeah.
I still can't get into his vocals, his screaming ones. There's something, I don't know. There's something about it. I just can't, it's not great. And I apologize.
No,
but,
there's no apologies needed.
yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of him either. I like his vocals more than you do, Tom.
Yeah.
But I
It
think
does.
there are
It
good
gives
points.
me like it does. It gives me like a knockoff Chad Gray.
Yeah.
So I can understand that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but for what I don't know, personally for what he's doing, I think he does a pretty good job. There's a song here or there where maybe he could have adjusted and didn't necessarily have to scream as much or didn't whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because even in the opening track's really one of the only few tracks that he actually sang in.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after
think
that,
there
it's
was-
just pretty much screaming straight through. I think maybe he could have mixed a little more of that in.
Yeah.
So I don't know what these lyrics are from, but I think they're just from like Bible verses because all the words are just like capitalized for some reason on
Oh, yeah.
Genius.
Interesting.
So I don't know if they just copied and pasted from there because it doesn't say, but it just it's shall rise like a phoenix from the flame. I don't know. I thought that was kind of neat.
This is
it
for
doesn't-
Death from Above.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This one had like a good breakdown in the middle there.
Yep. Up until this point, I mean, other than Ride With Me, which I understand why it was a little longer because it was the intro,
Mm-hmm.
they've all been like literally 3-4 minutes,
Right.
just under 4 minutes.
And with them being like aggressive and fast songs, you're
You kind of cruise
you're
right
kind of
along,
in it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
really kills the bell on this one, that breakdown.
Yeah.
So, and then you get to the next one, Whiskey, Bent, and Hellbound, which is the longest
Yep.
of the album. This
Uh,
guy's a good drummer, though.
Mm-hmm. I know. I wonder what this guy's doing now.
We'll go hang out with him.
Yeah. Trade some notes.
I don't like his spoken word at the beginning either. It's just something about it is very corny for me.
Yeah, it kind of had like a wannabe like Corey Taylor kind of subliminal verses, like
Mm-hmm.
spoken kind of thing. Yeah, I can agree with you on that, Tom.
Yeah.
It's almost like they were trying to pull back what they did in the opener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got that Jim Morrison floaty,
Mm-hmm.
driving down the desert highway kind of feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it worked on the first song because he was, in my opinion, he was literally taking Jim
Finishing
Morrison lyrics
Yeah.
and, using them. So he was going for that vibe. Now it's like,
Mm-hmm.
what did that have to do with the song?
Yeah.
I can get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, the lyrics are kind of cringy. Gesundheit.
Although I gotta say,
Oh, again.
Thank you.
I'm the one with the cold, and you're the one sneezing over
God, I
there.
hope not.
Christ.
What is the problem with drinking whiskey and smoking weed? Live
Yeah.
with the system. If you don't like it, well, fucking leave.
Oh, this is the song right here.
Yeah.
Around like 3:15 is a little like jazzy.
I gotta say, I like that
315.
chorus though. The chorus is like catchy, kind of. It's
Yeah.
that groovy, like sing along
Trying to think
kind of
this-
chorus.
Yeah. You hear it?
Oh,
elevator
you're right.
music. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that
Like,
is,
it just
okay.
popped in out of nowhere, and then it went right back into the aggressive, build up.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. I do like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm there yet. It's okay.
It's at
though.
315.
Yeah, I can
It's okay.
do
No, I don't want to.
No.
I don't want to ruin your listening experience.
it. Yeah, we are.
Well, blame Joe 'cause he said it. So.
It's true. Yes.
There's a problem
Yeah.
with just blame Joe.
They go guitar. They do a
Always.
little picking action.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I don't know. It was kind of long.
That was the one.
yeah, it's 6 minutes.
For the first time, they pushed the envelope on the length, and
Mm-hmm.
I like the ending though. That like slow, drastic fade out.
Mhm.
I thought that was kind of cool. And I like the harmonizing. Yeah.
little chant.
I think he says "chosen one" at the end. Is that the lyric?
Oh, I'm on the next one.
Oh, whoops.
Sorry.
I kind of like the harmonizing on the as they fade out.
The chosen ones. Yeah.
When he says when they say the chosen ones, I like the harmonies on that. I thought it was an interesting song. I don't know. I feel like they could have made 2 songs out of that. I don't think
Yeah.
it needed to be one song.
That's yeah. I
Like
can
it
see
was
that.
like an epic.
Well, yeah. I mean, now we're at 4 minutes, and at that point, they're kind of doing that breakdown, ride on the bell.
Yeah.
Kind of not needed.
Yeah.
I can agree.
Mm-hmm.
Next one, Killing Time.
Kind of more of the same.
Yeah.
This one's okay.
Aggressive again. The closed hi-hat,
Mhm.
quarter note groove.
It's pretty straightforward. It doesn't really throw too many punches at you. It is pretty
This
much
drummer.
killing time.
Yeah. No,
What'd you say?
No.
It's killing time.
It is pretty much killing time.
No, this one's just standard.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
you're
I like that it quickly bounces back and forth from
Yeah.
the double time to like the halftime kind
Yeah.
of deal. You know, it's not like standard.
Mhm.
It's not that standard here and then here. It kind of bounces a little bit quick.
it's
and
not
changes
it's
it
not
up.
too formulaic.
No,
Yeah.
but the sound is a little more the same.
Yeah.
This one
Yeah.
doesn't really stand out.
It fits in, you know. I hate using the word filler, but this is definitely one that
Oh, yeah.
fills out the track list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, truth. Bigger than
Was
life.
this the ballad one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was kind of the one that.
Kinda corny.
This
Yeah.
was really bad. I did not like this one at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
It's almost like dissonant at points where like there's two notes playing that just clearly aren't meant to be played together.
Yes.
Like near the beginning. His voice at
His
the beginning.
voice doesn't. Yeah.
I wanna wake up. It's like
Yeah.
trying to be whispery, but also like you're pushing out shit at the same time. It's oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's rough for me.
Yeah. No, this is not.
I could have done without this song
Yeah,
altogether.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, the album was so balls to the wall
Yeah.
up until this point, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not to say you can't have a ballad on an album like this. It's
once
just
it all comes in, it sounds better than
Mhm.
the intro does. Like,
Mhm.
I'm still not one of the better songs on the.
no. This was a really.
And
bad
then
song.
it's 5.5 minutes.
exactly
Right.
yeah. Yeah, this is a
This song didn't need to be that long.
No.
and yeah, I can't get his vocals out of my head too. It just
Yeah.
does not fit with it well at all.
No, agreed.
It's like he's trying to sing for, but it's like a vocal where he's trying to push for a like this
Like
type
a
of
radio
song.
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah, but he can't sing what he like. His vocals were okay; they were fine for some of the tracks. Like it fit for what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
But when he tries to go into this style, it
Even
did
some
not.
of his enunciations, like, strange.
Yeah, he could use some vocal
Like,
lessons.
shoot and star. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Shoop.
Why'd you cut it up so much?
Shoop-de-doo.
Yeah, salt and pepper. I played that in class the other day.
I love it.
Yeah,
like-
nah, this is.
Instrumentally, though, it's decent. The drummer is great. This drummer is great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Will Hunt.
he's just a studio guy. He's not
Yep.
even a part of that.
I love,
Yeah, right.
I love the guitar
solo
work
was
through
alright.
it. I love the guitar
yeah.
work through there. You're right. The vocals and stuff just didn't really cut it for this
That
one.
that 3-minute mark where it comes back in with like kind of like a bridge. Ooh, cringy vocals.
Oh, I gotta find it.
Oh.
Yeah, it gets into like.
It's over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think we know our bottom track.
yeah.
A little bit.
And then last track,
Yeah.
Numina Infuscata.
What
Ask
the
your doctor
fuck
before
does that
taking
mean?
Numina Infuscata.
What does that even mean?
I don't even
I'm gonna
know.
look that up.
I will look it up.
Kind of a cool ending song, though. You
I
know,
agree.
It has that just like this is the end of the album.
Yeah, for
Let's
sure.
go.
Yep.
That guy loves the ride to that bell.
Oh yeah, that is quite the bell. Yeah, that is.
Aggressive.
I want to see the size of that bell.
Yeah,
I bet
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like a mixing bowl from
It's
the
like
kitchen.
a double D.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a big ass titty bell.
Yes, and then the ride is like 2
Yeah,
inches.
it's
It's just
one-
all bell. Yeah, it's just one ring around. Yeah. No, yeah.
I kind of like that it's a little busy and a little messy, and it's kind of just like a finale. That's what it kind of
Right.
reminds me of,
Yeah.
like the end of a show.
Mm-hmm.
That gets all big, gets all messy, and then boom, there's the end.
Yeah, for sure.
So I thought they opened and closed this album really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the one standout track that could have been thrown away was Truth.
Yeah.
You know, songs like Killing Time weren't bad. It was just, you know, you're right. It was a song that just had to be there.
They were killing time. They
Yeah.
had a, they
Yeah.
needed a little more. No, yeah, I thought it was from an instrumental standpoint. I really
Mhm.
enjoyed it, probably because the drummer was so good, and
Yeah.
I just kind of go right
Yeah.
to that, you know, because I
Yeah,
play
yeah.
drums and everything. But yeah, like I said earlier, it was just a good solid rock album from that era musically that I kind of haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
You know, so it was kind of a good callback.
Sweet.
Tracks?
Sure.
Mike, your album.
Yeah.
Started off top track.
I might pull a Joe when it comes to the other ones.
Wow.
but I'll say-
Oh.
I think I gotta say top track is Dead Man Walking.
Yeah.
That's gonna be their quote unquote single, if you would, because it was on a wrestling video game. But I just think Dead Man Walking. It's a great song. It's energetic. It's catchy. Like it's a good one.
Yep. All right.
I will agree. I like Dead Man Walking. It was pretty catchy. It was probably one of the only catchier parts for me for most of the album. But I really did like that riff, and I like the chorus pretty well. So with that.
Nice.
I enjoyed that song too, but just to be different, I'm going to say Out to Get You was my favorite track,
All right, nice.
which was right after it. Solid riff, solid chorus. I enjoyed it. Got a little too busy towards the end, but nothing too crazy. Out to Get You was my favorite.
Nice.
My bottom track was Truth Thicker Than Water. I don't know if we talked about that one yet.
No, let's just all give the nod.
Nod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
There it is.
Thomas, Sleepy Dark Horse.
All right, I guess I'll start. I went with Out to Get You for that because I did like that. That guitar riff was pretty nice. I enjoyed that. I also want to give a shout out to Death from Above. That little jazzy section in there.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah. So I'm flip-flopping. My Sleepy Dark Horse was Dead Man Walking. Even though I guess that was the most prominent song off the album, maybe. But I thought that was essentially my second favorite song on the album. So I wanted to notarize those two.
So my split, my Joe Sod here is
Patent pending.
I really do. I loved Out to Get You. I love the guitar riff.
Yep.
I thought that was a great song. Ride With Me, though, was the first song I'd ever heard by them. Had that big Jim Morrison Doors reference and semi-cover sample, whatever you want to call it, that just was awesome to me
kind of
because
like a
they did
continuation.
such like a cool version of what they did. So I'm having trouble picking between those two.
There are no rules here.
There are no rules. You are correct.
Right.
But I guess if I really gotta like go with the one that got me listening to this, it's Ride With Me.
Yeah. Makes
Okay.
sense. Cool. Nice. All right. Rate it, Michael. How many bops are you giving Red Harvest?
I'm going to give it a 7.
Wow.
So-
Okay. Higher than I thought. Well,
Decent.
no, I guess
Well,
not from you. You picked
I
it.
like this album.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say guilty pleasure, but it is like a mid 2000s metal album that is not the most intricate, complex, talented group of musicians. I do, like I said, enjoy his voice a little more than you guys do. I think he's like a Chad Gray light. You know, he's nowhere near as good as Chad Gray is with what he does.
Right.
But for what it is, to throw this on while I'm working out, like I can enjoy this album while doing that. You know, I thought the guitar playing, the musicianship was really good. Yeah, his voice didn't nail it in some spots, which I think, you know, is probably the biggest downfall. But I'd take another album by him and give it a shot.
They do have one more.
They got the early one. No, I'm saying a new one. I'm saying
okay.
they did.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the one I liked, and then they didn't do it.
Gotcha. You
14 years
would have
later.
liked one more.
Why not?
Yeah.
See what happens. I think
Got
they
it.
could-
Come on, guys, get on it.
Okay. All right. Tom?
I was not as crazy about this album. I ended up giving it a 2 out of 10. It was
Okay.
the corny lyricism. It was just not there for me. It was a little too heavy on some of what they were interpreting. I feel like a lot of their contemporaries sound a little bit better. Maybe it's just me not being a huge fan of the genre, although I do like a lot of metal and harder rock sounds. His voice just didn't fit a lot for me personally, and I don't know, a lot of it was just a little cringy for me.
What did you call it? A Red State Revival?
It sounded like you were going to like Iowa's Rock Corn Festival, and like it was just like
Yeah.
a red state.
Usually
You see all these,
Slipknot would headline
yeah,
that.
yeah.
They're from
Yeah,
Iowa.
You got all these
They
like
play the Iowa State Fair.
You got a
This
bunch
would be
of
like the
boomers with like
Thursday
their
night
a lot of-
stage.
yeah,
Yeah.
boomers
Gotcha.
with their wife beater shirts on and like the trucker hats, be like, yeah. I don't know, it didn't fit with me. It sounded like the some of the tracks on it sound like the Blue Mountain State intro. Have you ever heard
Oh,
seen
yeah.
that show? It kind of sounded like that.
That's Rev Theory.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was the song we used for our radio
Did
show.
they do Red Theory?
Oh, did they?
Bartender?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, give me a hell. Give me a yes.
It's not for me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm coming at this from a musician standpoint, the instrumentals, as I always do. That's my angle. Really like the drummer. Guitar work was great too.
Good thing he's part of the band.
Yeah, I know. Just based on this pure. What do they sound like on tour then? If it's not that guy,
Depends on what Jacob Ward does.
Oh no.
I don't
He
know.
doesn't have a Wikipedia
There's a
page.
reason they're in Iowa.
Not clickable? Nope. He's black ink. Can't click. Nope, not working.
He does not have a hyperlink.
He does not exist.
Could be why they only had 2 albums. I don't know.
Could be.
But anyway, good breakdowns and a good like rock, just solid
Yeah.
hard rock album from the time. Giving it a 6.
Okay.
6. I enjoyed it. I can go back to a few of these songs and kind of get amped up, during various activities.
Like I said, it opened and closed well,
Yeah.
which, we find a lot of albums don't do that.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. So there you go.
Cool.
Yeah, what are we feeling on the Islander?
Yeah. What's your flavor, Mike?
I'm going 7s across the board right now.
Okay.
Oh, 7s.
I
All
thought
right.
it was a solid double
lucky.
IPA.
Need one more
I
little-
felt that it didn't seem like an 8.2%.
Right.
Wasn't super bitter, wasn't super hoppy. You can have 2 or 3 of these and get yourself in some trouble.
Yeah.
And not get super full,
bet.
not get like
Yeah.
where you can't have another one. I do think that it could have had a little more of a distinct flavor
Mhm.
to set it apart, which is
Mhm.
why it's not getting that 8.5, 9 from me.
Mhm.
I think that it just needed. It says grapefruit. I don't taste no grapefruit,
Yeah,
which is a
no.
good thing.
Yeah.
I'm not a grapefruit fan, so.
Yeah.
But you get the little citrus, you get the little bit of hoppy.
Mhm.
I thought it was a clean, easy drinking double IPA. I just thought it was missing the X factor.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't super crazy about this either. It was very malty for me, and I'm not a big fan of that.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna sit around a 4 out of 10 for me.
This was
It
just a disappointing fucking
I know,
episode.
I
for
know.
you,
I
wasn't
was
it?
I was just a bit on the downside.
Christ.
I'm sorry. Yeah, there is something about it that could use just a little distinct flavor, but you're right. It doesn't really taste like an 8.2%. You said.
Can says 8, you said 8.2.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
So,
give or take whatever
yeah.
the point difference is.
8-ish.
So yeah, I will give it 8 and some change. Yeah, I'll give it credit on that, in that you don't really taste that booziness too much, but it doesn't have a super distinct flavor, and it's very much all in your face for me. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, no, it was yeah. I would have another one though.
Mhm. This has like a lot of flavor up front, and then not so much
Mhm.
on the back half.
Yeah.
In the aftertaste, which is good. I like that because sometimes you have some of the heavier IPAs, double IPAs, and they just don't have a lot of or they have a lot of
Yeah.
aftertaste.
Yeah.
It's not that pleasant. This isn't that. I kind of agreed. Didn't really feel a lot of the grapefruit. Didn't have much of an X factor. It's a solid drinkable beer. I think I'm 6s all across the board today.
Okay.
I'll give this a 6, and 6 hops for me for Islander from Offshore.
Ale.
Yeah, they also
Ale
really
company.
don't promote themselves too much on the cans. It's just like in a little line. near the
Yeah,
bottom.
right.
They could
Yeah.
have worked with the can designers.
They're probably just relying on local sales. I don't
Yeah,
know if they're big on
They're the
distribution.
only
yeah.
brewery on Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Cool.
Sweet.
There you go. Shout them out.
Shout them out.
So we
Our
have
very good friends at Bloodsimple.
Bloodsimple, who are
Tim Williams.
they're not together anymore.
They're not.
Let's see if they
Oh,
have a.
R.I.P.
Nope, they don't have it. No Instagram. There is a Bloodsimple Instagram account with 4 pictures of cats.
Ooh, so
4
follow
posts,
that.
6 followers, no following. So they may not give you
That's
a follow
probably
back.
them, yeah.
Yep. But then we have Offshore, now that I'm being videoed, I can't.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You're doing research.
I know, but people they're gonna say in the comments, some guy in his like mom's basement is gonna say they should have done that research before the episode.
How dare they?
Yeah,
be-
wasting
we
my
own this
minutes.
basement.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
How dare they be in a basement? That's awful.
You don't own.
This is yours. Offshore Ale is their Instagram. Offshore Ale, and then offshoreale.com. Check
Ooh.
them out if you're vacationing in that area, Martha's Vineyard. Go check them out. Apparently, they have great food. Their Instagram looks very delicious right now.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I like salmon now. Salmon looks good.
I like
Some
salmon
now?
mussels.
What happened?
I never did,
Ooh.
but now I do. Salmon's good. Anyway, yeah,
Cool.
check them out. Cool.
Check them out.
Awesome.
Please.
Solid. Very nice.
Very
do it.
solid.
Next episode, we have 57.
Yeah.
Really excited.
For you?
This is my
Keying you up.
my double dose.
Ooh.
Um,
Nice little double dose.
I recently came across this band called Dirty Heads
Mhm.
from a good friend of mine, Michael.
Oh.
And a group of us went to go see them in concert, and I was blown away. Immediately went into their discography. I was like, yeah, I want to bring a Dirty Heads album to the podcast. Very tough decision for me to pick which one, but I ended up going with Sound of Change. That was an interesting album by them, kind of different than what you would expect them to make. So that's why I went with it. You know, it's kind of like an X Factor. And then to drink, back at Try This Again.
Do you live there? Like, do you
I
have
actually do live
do you have
there.
a cot in the back or something?
So it's like I'm there like 3 times a week. It was pretty bad.
hey, if you like them, there's nothing wrong with
But
that.
well, I
Nothing
kind
to
of
do.
like semi-work there too. Like I host their trivia. Like they just had
Okay.
a wrestling event. I worked at that. So like I'm there a lot. It's 5 minutes from my
Ooh.
house. Anyway, great place. Bringing another one of their beers, but it was one of my favorites, and they finally canned it. So I'm like, I need to get it. I need to get it and to bring it on the podcast. It's called I've Been Juicing. It is a juicy as hell New England IPA. Can't wait to talk about
Have you
it.
been juicing?
Yeah. So that's going to be next episode.
Sweet.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Can't wait
Excited
to
to
check
talk
that
about
out.
it. Yeah. So thank you for listening and watching and streaming Hops and Bops Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Check out our YouTube channel. You can watch the episode back. For Tom and Mike, I'm Joe. We'll see you next time.
Peace.